All right, so I'm embarrassed about the fact that I'm talking about this, but again, I feel compelled to talk about it because Crystal and I had the conversation on our podcast recently about the whole fight between Kim Kardashian and Kanye West and how Kanye was acting erratic and threatening Pete Davidson with that new music video. And, he was posting his texts with Kim, which was really weird. And there's just a lot of stuff going on. And there's a real conversation to be had there about mental illness as well. And so we did. We had that conversation on the podcast. Well, now there's an update in the story. Again, I'm a little bit embarrassed by the fact that I'm covering this, but I do actually want to talk about it. So Pop Crave says, Pete Davidson's friend, David Cyrus, shares text conversations between Pete and Kanye West. So let's look here. So this is Pete Davidson texting Kanye West. Yo, it's Skeet. He's calling himself the name that Kanye gave him. Can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 a.m. and it don't gotta be like this. Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met. What she does for those kids is amazing, and you are so fucking lucky that she's your kid's mom. I've decided I'm not gonna let you treat us this way anymore, and I'm done being quiet. Grow the fuck up. Kanye says, oh, you using profanity? Where you at right now? Pete says, in bed with your wife, and sends that picture. Happy to see you're out the hospital and rehab. Same here. It wonders what those places do when you go get help. You should try it. I'm in LA for the day if you want to stop being a little internet bitch boy and talk. Okay, let's continue here. That's Pete saying that, by the way. Pete is in the blue. You don't scare me, bro. Your actions are so pussy and embarrassing. It's so sad to watch you ruin your legacy on the daily. Kanye says, you're more than welcome to come to Sunday service. Pete says, why don't we meet after Sunday service and the Saints game? I'll be at the BHH. We can have food and talk it out in my room, privately one-on-one, man-to-man. What you are doing to your family is dangerous and going to scar them for life. Please handle these matters privately, bro. I beg you. Kanye responds, you want to see me? Come to Sunday service. This isn't public, dude. I'm not here for pictures and press, which is obviously all you care about. My offer stands. I wish you'd man up for once in your life. Let me help you, man. I struggle with mental stuff too. It's not an easy journey. You don't have to feel this way anymore. There's no shame in having a little help. You'll be so happy and at peace. You have no idea how nice I've been to you despite your actions towards me. I've stopped SNL from talking about or making fun of you, which they wanted to do for months. I've stopped stand-up comedians. From doing bits about you cause I don't want the father of my girls' kids to look bad out there. I have your back even though you treat me like shit because I want everything to be smooth. But if you continue to press me like you have for the past 6 months, I'm gonna stop being nice. Okay. All right. So they said this was leaked by Pete Davidson's friend. I don't know how much longer he's going to be a friend because Pete Davidson is probably going to be like, you violated my trust by posting those things. You shouldn't have done that. Pete obviously wanted to keep this quiet. His friend didn't. Kanye was previously posting, on his Instagram, text conversations between him and Kim. He's been going after Pete very publicly in the media. He released a music video of him basically killing Pete, beheading Pete. That's the thing that we talked about on Crystal, Kyle, and Friends. So, people are reacting to this now online, and there's 2 points to make that are important. One is the obvious one. Bro, what are you doing when you post I'm in bed with your wife and you post that picture? Come on, man. Come on, dog. What are you doing? You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that to anybody, but you definitely don't do that to a guy who's clearly in the middle of a mental breakdown. And Pete, you know that shit. So why'd you do it? And I've been super critical of Kanye every step of the way here, but this is foul. This is dirty. You don't do that. Especially because he's already snapped. You're going to make him snap further by doing something like this. Why would you do that? So that's the first point to make is if you're trying to act like you're in good faith, if you do this, it's immediately going to be interpreted as not good faith for obvious reasons. The other point to make is more of a complex one. So understand, I actually think Pete is right when he's talking about, hey man, look, I struggle with mental health issues. You do too. Like, let's get help for you. Like, things can get better. They should get better. Let's get help for you. It's going to be positive. Let's do that. He's right to say that. And I'm happy somebody's saying it to Kanye. So, credit where it's due. But on the other hand, you're literally the last person on earth who can make that case to Kanye. Like, Pete thinks, since I struggle with mental health issues, he'll take it like a heart-to-heart from me if I say this. But Kanye views you as the enemy right now. So anything you say, he's less likely to do. He's going to do the opposite of that shit. So when you say, hey man, you need some help, like let's get mental health under control here, he's going to be like, there's nothing wrong with me at all, and fuck you. So I want the people around Kanye to stop enabling him. How many people did you need on that music video to make of you killing Pete Davidson? What did you need, like a staff of 50 people, and all of them sat there and did it and act like nothing was wrong with it and it's all good and this is normal? So I want the enablers around Kanye to stop enabling him. Tell him, hey man, you have to get some psychological help because you're going wild here, you're going nuts here. But nobody's saying that around him. Now Pete is telling him, hey man, you need some mental health help, and you're the last person who can say that, dog, because he's not going to listen to you. And the nerve of you acting like, you care so deeply about him. You don't. Like, don't lie, you don't. Which is why you also just sent that picture of you in bed with Kim. So, this shit is a mess, man. This shit is a mess. Pete knows he shouldn't have sent that picture. And even though I agree with Pete that Kanye needs that mental health help, the fact that he said it makes it less likely to happen. You just need to know where you're at in the whole situation. And you are the person who, whatever you say is immediately dismissed, or Kanye does the opposite of it, because you're viewed as the enemy. So, Jesus, this is rough. I really do hope Kanye gets the help, though, because he needs it, And I would just tell Pete, stop poking the bear, man, And the thing is, he's like, oh, if you keep doing this, then I'm not going to be nice anymore. Pete, relax, just keep not doing shit, and everybody would have your back and have your side. He's beheading you in music videos. Nobody's watching that going like, oh, Kanye spot on, or 90% of people like, Jesus Christ, that's insane. So Pete, stick by that as a matter of principle. Like, I'm not going to fight back. Because you said it yourself. If he's going through a mental breakdown, what sense is it of fighting back with somebody who's having a mental breakdown? It's not like there's going to be some logical, rational conclusion where at some point he's like, you know what? Okay, you got it. It's not going to happen. So just stick by that as well. Stick by the position. I'm not going to lash back. And he's having a mental health issue, so I'm not gonna poke the bear. Unfortunately, the tweeting him in bed with Kim was definitely poking the bear a little bit. But anyway, there you go. What a mess. I really hope this doesn't end with somebody getting hurt, somebody getting killed, because there's a lot of real life stuff going on here, which can make people snap if people haven't already snapped. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.